welcome from the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium, where we have the main event of our Saturday triple header in the Philippines Football League. Strap in, folks. This one's got all the ingredients to be a wild ride. It's the battle of heavyweights, two undefeated teams seeking to stake their claim atop the Philippines Football League. Be thrown into the deep end on his first start of the season. Nishioka unchanged. Who are the players to look out for?
Well, you could pick out anyone in this team, but obviously up against Coach Scott Cooper as we see kickoff.
And here we go. Manila Digger in their patented yellow, which flanks going quickly. Schaffner goes into the box. First attempt, just wide. Though had it poked away. It's great work from Ture. Ham under pressure. It's a strong collision. 2-on-1 for Manila Digger. A real opportunity. Fantastic opener. Pure quality from the Manila Digger front line in Saiku Sise.
Nil, and it's the league's top scorer from last season, as we see here in the quad vision replay. Open goal, Kupic sent to the ground, and it's a smart dink from Sise. How cool is that?
Masterful finish to a wonderful move from Manila Digger. Look at that, the technique. Credit to shirts inside that 6-yard box. But safe hands from the goalkeeper.
Player you want to lose this early on.
Here comes Sise as a sight of goal.
So a small tactical tweak there from Basli.
Going quickly. It's a wonderful ball. We're going to switch the play again.
Kupic already conceded his first goal for the season. Goes long.
It's going to be onside. Chance here for Manila Digger. Low. It's going to be back to Nishioka. It's a good delivery. Back post. We're going to go quickly. Sise is through. Opportunity to make it two.
The likes of Reichelt start pressing, but the rest of the team don't follow, and that just creates a domino effect, stretching the team.
Diaz. Aldeguer. Chance here for one. TAGUIG. Fantastic opportunity. First look at goal. Got a 2-on-1.
Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Don't look at the past, no, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last, make it last to the break of day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain. There you go, drink it up, all this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
to go.
Bottom left corner.
Opportunity for Philippine Army, and it is an equalizer. Fantastic goal.
It's free on the right side, looking for the cross. Beto, and it's a goal for TAGUIG.
Yoka takes it straight to the goal. First blood drawn.
Could easily be pulled back, but here's Aristorenas, no offside. Aristorenas makes it two.
Mirback meets that one from Malunsoko. Shoots, and they double the lead.
Yamaguchi! What a hit!
There's an attacking chance, and the Águilas slip it in. The long journey started in August 2025, 9 months ago. But fate would have it that we would need the penultimate match of the last game day to determine the Philippines Football League 25-26 season. Welcome everybody to the title decider. It's Manila Digger and TAGUIG squaring off at the historic Rizal Memorial Stadium. Alongside Jing Hamlang, this is Clara Manzano, and it all boils down to Jing, the final match of the season.
You couldn't have asked for more than this. It's all come down to one final match. The 135th of the season. The winner takes it all. We're gonna have a new champion. Will it be Manila Digger FC, the team that missed out on the title by a solitary point just last season, or will it be TAGUIG, the surprise package of this year?
And let's remember, looking back at the previous matches, Manila Digger essentially putting up masterclasses over TAGUIG, and we say that on the whole because they've been able to bag results over TAGUIG. And if I am right, TAGUIG have yet to score a goal against Digger in the first round and the second round combined.
The current league leaders are certainly the favorites in this matchup. They've won the last two encounters, scoring 4 goals unanswered. They have a 2-point advantage heading into this match, which means just a draw is enough for them to claim the title. But there have been so many twists and turns and so many surprises this season. You certainly cannot count out TAGUIG.
In that previous meeting of theirs, Digger again did win 3-0, as we've mentioned. Kenji Nishoka bagged the brace. One of his goals, of course, you just got to witness. And Pao Usmangay, their leading scorer without a doubt. And you could say he has one hand already on the Golden Boot Award or Top Scorer Award. That's how they're able to bag a 3-0 result. Statement also. Kasi tandaan nga natin, they scored all of their goals in the first half.
Yep. Those two individuals have been key all throughout the season. However, this third round has been a different story for Manila Digger. They started off in not the best of fashions by losing to Águilas UMAC FC, and then a pair of draws after that. And then just recently have they re-hit the form that we have grown accustomed to, with them winning 3-0 against the defending champions Kaya FC Iloilo. The question is, anong version ng Manila Digger ang makikita natin this evening against TAGUIG?
Because when you look at round 3 standings alone, if you could isolate that, here's the catch. Digger and TAGUIG only have 5 points each. So kung may power rankings, it hasn't been so good as of late. But at the end of the day, here they are. They're getting the reward, of course, for putting on those performances consistently throughout round 1 and round 2. Let's head over to Manila Digger. And this is a squad again that also represented the Philippines proudly in the AFC Challenge League. They got to experience it once, and I'm sure they want to do it again. That's why they are well in this title race.
What a team they have assembled this season. The spine is super strong, and when you look at how they have recruited over the course of the off-season, grabe, ang na put together nila na grupo dito, and not just in terms of talent but their togetherness over the course of the season and their appetite in what has been the longest of seasons for the PFL in a long time. You're looking at really young and promising talent in the likes of Kenji Nishioka, Zachary Taninko, but then again you talk about somebody like Pa Usman Gai, who is the leading scorer of the league, Wamba Tafem, Babukar Toure, you have Jordan Jarvis in defense, and of course Omar NG has been a revelation for them, 21 years of age, but you would never guess it, the way he is so calm in between the sticks. And of course, nadagdagan pa sila with somebody like Justin Bass. So it's been a solid season for them in terms of recruitment, and this roster is about as potent as you can find across the PFL. Of course, wala nga lang silang Mamuda, wala lang silang Mane at the moment, who is their captain, and that's a big miss for them in a big match like this.
There's so many cogs here. They're without Maudu Mane again, who's serving a suspension. But let's simplify it, of course, with us mentioning just how they're so quality. Our player to look out for in the squad of Coach Kim Versales and Coach Bass. Pa Usman Gai, as we mentioned, he's the leading scorer for a reason. Some may argue, yes, our top scorers in the league were able to get plenty over lower ranked teams. But he got to do bulk of the scoring for Digger when they were also playing on the continental stage, and he's been consistent overall in the course of the season. And alam nga natin, that is a difficult feat.
Yeah, Pa Usman Gai has been consistently finding the back of the net all throughout the season. He is the main man, the main weapon. And there's no surprise that he is turning heads all across the region. There is so much interest in Pa Usman Gai because people are taking notice of him here in the PFL, and he is the man to stop if TAGUIG are to have any form of success here tonight.
It just so happens, of course, if he scores, it's not just their championship hopes, but even the potential cherry on top when him winning the Golden Boot award. But we will take this to our pre-game chat with Manila Digger.
The match is the last match, also the most important match. For us, for TAGUIG, both very, very important. I think TAGUIG this season they did great. They played a very good match and they are very experienced. But today we are Manila Diggers. We will try our best to draw or to win the match. Of course, where is our target? We will try our best to play the best match, play our football style, play the result we wanted. So I hope today is a great match. Thank you.
Very straightforward from Coach Bass, of course. Put the check mark on Manila Digger. Let's head over to TAGUIG. Similar also, as we've said, it's been rough sailing of sorts, but they are still in this championship round, in championship match. Yes, they did bag a draw versus the Aguilas. It would have helped if they bagged the win. But at the end of the day, Jing, they did so well. They're still here competing in the title. They want to play in the international level of football.
100%. And TAGUIG, very few would have picked him to become title contenders at the start of the season. In fact, many doubted them even after their first round, maybe even after the second. But TAGUIG are here. They're here to compete. And despite the many doubts surrounding them, they have the opportunity, if they get 3 points today, to do something that very few would have thought possible, and that's to win a PFL title.
And there you go with TAGUIG, of course, decorated with so many current and former Philippines internationals, as we'll take it to the pitch with the ceremonial handoff. Gaya FC legend Jovin Bidik taking the trophy to the half line. Both teams with their eyes on the prize with your Philippines Football League trophy right at the half line. And your respective team captains for this evening, Daisuke Sato, and you've got Modu Juf. Let's head over to our match officials. Ang referee natin ay si Militon Pelayo at ang kanyang assistants, sila Brian Huergo and Ronelo Gatigan. Si Raymar de los Santos ay fourth official. Referee assessor ay si Ravelo Saluria and si Mr. Joseph Ensaya, ating match commissioner ngayong gabi. Excitement in the air, Jing, and we also have chances of rain, but it all boils down to the 90 minutes right here between our two squads.
Gotta love having Joven Bidic there to bring out the trophy. In case hindi nyo alam kung anong pinaglalaroan nyo, the PFL trophy right there in the middle. And the man who's won it on 3 back-to-back occasions out there to bring it. A legend of Iloilo saying goodbye to Kaya Football Club. Says goodbye to that trophy as well. You say goodbye to a legend of the PFL and of Philippine football as he hangs up his boots. And quite fittingly, nakikita natin yung next generation of champions ready to take that mantle. Daisuke Sato, Modu Juf, the captains of the two teams. What stakes we have here this evening. This is what you dream of as a football player, and this is what you crave as a football fan.
As we have a look at the starting 11 of Coach Arvin Soliman, as expected, it's the 4-2-3-1, but you have Stefan Schrack making a return, and with that, now Hiraishi shifts to defense.
Yes, Hiraishi in that right back position. It's going to be something that he is capable of, but is somewhat unfamiliar with. And Stefan Schrack, of course, we know how dangerous he can be, but how long can he sustain it on that left flank? That's going to be the question, but for sure, he's going to be a key component to this attack.
We'll jump ship in a bit also to Manila Diggers lineup, which you also got to preview earlier. But let's get on with the game changers. Want a gig with a subs list that is full. That has not been the case as of late, and they'll take it, of course, with the big dance. And as expected with Digger, look out for Sekou Cisse, last season's top scorer.
And what a player to have at your disposal that you can come and bring in an immediate impact when needed. Cisse in your back pocket is an ace up your sleeve. As we take a look at one of the most potent lineups assembled in the PFL, that Gambian connection and a combination with some of the most talented Filipinos has made for one of the greatest teams we've seen in the PFL in recent times. They have a real opportunity to do one better than they did last season. They have a point to prove, but they need to dispatch of a very difficult side filled with veterans in Taguig.
With Taguig, when you talk about veterans, two of them pictured there, Stefan Schrack and Patrick Reichel. 4 titles each to their respective names. They got 3 of those together while playing for Ceres. But this is a different team that they are with. But they still are hungry for glory nonetheless.
Masasabi natin, no, bagong team itong Taguig when it comes to chasing for the title, but the players within them, they're very much familiar with what it takes to win a trophy.
Patrick Reichelt will kick off this match, and you have Taguig in black and gold. Not their usual uniform from over the course of the season. Seems like they're adding a special touch right here. But you have Manila Digger in their iconic yellow and black. Silence is gone here, but you can feel the anticipation and the tension in the grandstand of the Rizal Memorial Stadium as we are off. Both sides with their respective communities to cheer them on.
A beautiful atmosphere here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. You know something's at stake.
It's also great with the action taking place right here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. We concluded the previous Philippines Football League season we talk about the league phase, at the Binyan Stadium, the final series, which was a separate trophy, was played over at Mall of Asia, but nothing beats being at Rizal Memorial.
Especially with most of the, if not the entirety of the season being played at this venue, as well as in Cebu. Primarily, this is where all the matches have taken place, so it's fitting that this final be played here at this historic ground as well.
And with this, I am sensing, but you can correct me if you notice otherwise, Jing, Want a Gig? Are they playing safe? Are they playing something different? They are settling in the midfield block. NG, Jarvis, and Juf are inviting pressure. Reichelt and the crew not taking the bait.
Well, Manila Digger have the advantage in terms of pace, power, and athleticism. And Want a Gig, they know that this is going to be a grueling contest. There's no way that they're going to allow themselves to be at the finish line with not enough in the tank. They want to make sure they finish strong in this game. So they're not going to be in a rush to get sucked into a lot of running early on.
This one was stopped. Will Shiraki release himself? Gets clipped from behind from the looks of it. Referee Militon Pelayo having to calm things down now.
Ito ang kailangan pagmasdan ng Manila Digger sa laban na to. They're gonna have to be able to control themselves early in this game, particularly with players as tricky as Stefan Schrock, who invite a lot of contact. They need to be able to stay out of the referee's book, particularly early in this game.
But you have to be concerned with Shiraki still being down up until now. Here's the collision. Guy coming in from behind.
He's a player that needs to be particularly careful. Pa Usman Guy is a player that they cannot afford to lose.
As expected, Shiraki is back on his feet. I've been saying this like a broken record. He has a very high tolerance for pain. And once with the national team, of course, when they were playing in the AFC Challenge Cup, to not play, he said he'd have to be dead. Justin Bass took a fall. Agyemang, Hartman telling him to play it back. They want to persist though with Shiraki. Trying to split the defense. It's Davao versus Aldeguer.
That's a matchup to keep an eye on. Andres Aldeguer has surprised many with his contributions from the right flank. Charles Davao is a tough nut to crack, but if there's a person who can do it, Andres Aldeguer is certainly a man capable.
It's still a throw in here with the Diggers, as Manila Digger are also called. The community definitely out in attendance here. Things getting physical. We are seeing the holding. And it's a foul against Forosuelo. We could see that from where we were stationed up in the grandstand.
Forosuelo saying he was just reciprocating the holding he was feeling from Pa Usman Guy. Nathan Pelayo saw it different.
We had the long throw earlier for Digger. And now it's a free kick from the left. I know it's from distance, but Digger with the advantage, as we know, with their ceiling. Kenji sends it in. That's Kenji Nishoka. You are going to see him, of course, with the Philippine national team in the upcoming international break. Not a problem at all, though, for Milos Chupic. He will trigger. As of late, Want a Gig favoring that left wing of Stefan Schrock, but Siggy Taninko is up to the task. Justin Bass will push. Will they cross? It will remain with Wamba Tafem. Just 5 minutes into this game. As of late, we've been witnessing Want a Gig pounce at the counter. Manila Digger trying to create. Davao. Played back here. Baji over to Juve. It's a 4-2-3-1 here of Coach Arvin and one Taguig, and the 4-3-3 of Coach Kim and pass of Digger. Both bringing out their usual formations, because why reinvent the wheel when your respective systems got you this far?
These two teams will be very familiar with one another. You can see real effort from one Taguig to deny Manila Digger an opportunity to play that high-octane football that Digger thrive in.
It's up for grabs in the midfield. Aldeguer will collect. Nauto couldn't clear it because there was the on-rushing effort.
Still in Wamba top fem there. Quick to close down. Again, great to see a vibrant crowd here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium.
You see the likes of Quincy Camarad also present, a former PFL player himself.
Lots of national team players in and around the area.
Hartman drives it forward. Reichelt versus Juve. We keep mentioning the Gambian contingent of Manila Digger. Patrick Reichelt gets down on the ground. That was after Juve got up. Ralphie Dabao saying, get up, and wags his finger. Kenji Nishoka containing or pacifying Modu Juve. Manila Digger have figured in a great number of heated games, Jing, and this is something that could bite them back also.
Discipline is going to be very important. As you can see early on, there's a lot of pressure being placed on the officials. Reichelt telling Juve to stand up. And was there contact there between Juve and Reichelt? This little rollback from Reichelt, telling him to stand up here. Was there a kick out? Not enough to bring that reaction from Patrick Reichelt, that's for sure.
Juve's boot grazing the boot of Reichelt. So we can conclude he tried to make the most out of that.
Both teams trying to get an advantage any which way they can. One thing you will notice from this Manila Digger side is that there's a lot of young men out there. A lot of experience in terms of games, but they're still young men. You can't get roped into all the emotions of the contest.
You have a mix of youngsters, and in the Filipino perspective, sasabihin ko, mga tito dito sa one Taguig as that driving force. You have the likes of Sato, Reichelt, Schrock, add Hartman into the mix, someone who has national team caps also. You have the up-and-coming Andres Aldeguer also with that. Dylan Wambatafen read this ball for Shraki. Got it to the left, Babu Carture. Stephen Halm, he has been that rock at the back. Reichelt will try to take them on 1-on-3. This one is a throw-in for one Taguig. The two exchanging some words, of course, with the way we are seeing things.
There's going to be so many great duels across the pitch. You see Kenji Nishioka. We've talked a lot about him going forward in terms of his contributions with goals and assists. And he does a lot of work defensively as well.
Shraki's ball was red. It's the second time in this short stretch when Wambatafen has been able to stop Stefan Schrak. Well, Babu Cartore pushed the gas. Usman Guy released. And that is a whistle against Stephen Halm.
Last match we saw 0 yellow cards. Any cards in general. I don't think it's going to be the same for this one. Happened right in front of Meliton Pelayo. You see there, Guy clever, just getting the ball away. It's been brought down there. The outstretched leg of Stephen Hom.
Look at who we have here. Solomon Okereke. No dancing from Okereke. He's just joining in the action. He does play for Garelli, as we know. Be wary, of course. This is Kenji Nishoka territory. He scored against Taguig in their previous meeting from a similar angle and distance. Kenji takes it. Chupic up to the task. Who will secure and clean up? Naoto with the clearance. It will remain with the Diggers.
Great attempt from Kenji Nishioka. Gets it on target. Chupic not taking any chances. You wonder if he could have caught that.
I understand there's that aspect also, the keeper's playing safe. He can also punch it out or hit it out rather than just grab the ball. And then it's a whistle again here.
Forosuelo's already on the edge. One more from him. He's gonna get booked. We're only 12 minutes into this match.
Here are the drummers of Taguig in attendance. I felt that there. Usman Guy. He's had a bit of whiplash. His head also going back with a bit of the shoulder of Forosuelo.
He's challenging for the ball there. He hasn't stuck a forearm in. He hasn't really done anything illegal, in my view. The way Guy has gone down, Meliton Pelayo needed to make a decision.
And Manila Digger getting free kicks as of late. It's up to them to pounce now on these opportunities if they want to get into the driver's seat in this game. Nishoka with the signal, sends it with his right. Sato with the defensive header. Babukar Torre surrounded in that quadrant, 4-on-1. Hartman wants to get this one forward now. Agyemang not on the clear, and Ralphie Daba with a super stop. But as much as Agyemang was showing off and trying to keep it with his trickery, outside na daw yung bola.
Fiery left backs. It's going to be a staple in this game. You've got Daisuke Sato on one side. You got Dabao on this near side. It's a great tackle to deny Agyemang.
Much or a lot has already happened in this young game right here. But going back to what we were mentioning, keep mentioning the Gambian contingent of Manila Digger. You have Modu Mane and Sekou Cisse, former U23 internationals. Wala si Modu Mane again, serving his suspension. He did get a straight red against Stallion, so he missed the last 2 games. Coach Bass getting close to the half line and out of his technical area. His opposite, Coach Arvin, staying within the limits, contesting that previous play.
It's a clear foul from Hidaishi.
Here's Juve, sending it to Sato. Sato has been busy on defense. He will send it. Guy, Forosuelo struggling. Sato, there's the open goal. Hiraishi once more. He's been putting in the work at right back. Aldeguer. Back with Forosuelo. It's Taguig being made uncomfortable in this contest. Jarvis sends this forward as that release valve, but it gives that opportunity for Taguig to dictate the pace of this game.
Uh-oh. Congressman Guy is down, struggling with something, and you can see he's already bandaged on that right thigh of his. Wonder if there's a problem here with Manila Diggers' leading scorer,
Patrick Reichel doing everything in his might to get things to go their way. Gamesmanship is the word we've been using also.
usapan nga natin yung difference in experience between these two teams. You have to work all the angles. Patrick Reichel applying a bit of pressure on the officials.
Amico and Shraki hit the pitch, but you have Dylan Wambatafam with his hands up. Here's Scott Woods and Julius Meerbach. Earlier today, we did get to have 2 more games. Stallion and the Aguilas battled to a 2-all draw in the opener. Cholo Bugas in the building.
Di nasanay sa init dito sa Pilipinas kasi sa Croatia naglalaro.
Or OFWs, the Philippine football community coming back.
Incredible that he's playing in the top flight in Croatia. For a young man getting that opportunity as a homegrown talent, malaking bagay yan. Scott Woods coming from a good season out there in Malaysia as well. Filipino talents across the region, even in different continents now, making their way back here to the Philippines to represent the country.
So don't you worry, don't be sad if the PFL ends. At least we have 1 more week of international games. Off the head of Ralphie Tabao. Can Digger clean up? Hiraishi putting in the two-way effort as expected. It just delays the forward foray of Manila Digger.
Throw in deep inside their own half here. TAGUIG haven't pressed much throughout this match, but they are getting their reward here.
Agyemang showing us the skills. Here's the Japanese connection. So in Naoto. Omaye. Ball was stopped by the defensive effort. It's now to Hiraishi committing the foul.
You are going to commit a foul, commit it inside the opposition half. Break up the play. Allow yourself an opportunity to get back into position.
Let's rewind also a bit. Both teams again sailed choppy waters in the championship round. The Digger went undefeated in the first 2 rounds, 17 wins to go with 3 draws and 0 losses.
What a run. What a run.
Exactly. Undefeated. At the start of the 3rd round, nawala yung momentum, Jing. An upset by the Aguilas. They defeated Digger 1-0.
Of all the teams, by the way, Aguilas Yumak pa, a team that snuck into the championship round and have turned out to be the most successful in this championship round.
Because when you say that, the Aguilas in round 3 alone have the best record.
That's right.
What you said, the lowest ranked team in the championship round.
But Manila Digger were able to come back and rescue this championship round, getting 2 draws, and then most importantly, yung springboard nila heading into this game, yung pagkapanalo kontra sa Kaya. So mataas ang confidence nila heading into this match.
No surprise who scored, of course, for Digger in that previous game versus Kaya. Tausman guy with a brace, and Sekou Cisse brought the Superman out in him, scoring off the bench. Cisse again, last season's Golden Boot winner. Tausman guy, could we put that one already, Jing? Because Reichel's the closest active player who's 9 goals behind.
I would say so. I'm a big fan of Patrick Reichel. I don't think he's getting 9 goals today.
The Philippine football community, of course, well aware of Reichel's exploits. But is this going to warrant something extra? It continues. Juve and Reichel. Omar Enji stepping up for his teammate and captain on the pitch.
Patrick Reichelt is a man on a mission today. Lahat kaaway niya. He's got this entire backline riled up. Bit of a late one there from Patrick Reichelt. He's trying to get under the skin of Juf, who's laughed off a lot of the altercations in the 20 minutes that have gone by so far. But there is going to be a limit at some point. Folks are going to get a bit reactive. As you saw there, some PFL legends, Robert Lopez-Mendy,
The man, the legend.
Alfred Osei. Saw there Dalton Digger, the head coach of Adamson. As well as Baba Sampana. What a mix.
If you're missing out at the stadium, you're welcome to join us at the live stream on the Philippines Football League's YouTube page. Claro Manzano here alongside Jing Hamlang. You have Manila Digger in yellow and black. One Taguig in their black tops and gold shorts. Still goalless at the moment. It's been a cagey affair from what I am sensing. One Taguig, you can really see extra effort and discipline for them. Coach Carlos Contrat also present as expected. The Philippines, as we've been saying, set to play games here. Here's Kenji Nishoka. Mark Hartman will knock it back. They'll try to use the space over at midfield. Stephen Hong. Now to Hiraishi. We got to talk about the form of Manila Digger. Let's head over to One Taguig. They were actually unbeaten in 16 games in the first 2 rounds. That included 15 consecutive wins up until a draw versus Stallion. And then they lost that second round finale versus Manila Digger. That was the 3-0 result that we were mentioning earlier. Manila Digger 3-0 versus Taguig. All goals in the second half. Ooh. This is definitely a card. It's against Wamba Tafem. Sato was really clipped in the air.
Wamba Tafem coming in late and high on Daisuke Sato.
As we mentioned, Coach Carlos. Jeffrey Leipold also.
That's right. No better event this evening than to enjoy this crucial contest in the Philippines Football League. Head coach of the Philippines football team here, Wamba Tafem, in the book. I think rightly so for that challenge.
That really sent Sato flying. He was trying to go full speed, full motion, sending that ball to safety. Very late.
It's that lunge. He knew he wasn't going to get there. There's really no point in the lunge. Pa Usman guy here getting involved again unnecessarily in these types of situations. Yan ang gusto ng One Taguig, ma-involve si Pa Usman guy sa mga ganitong klaseng kalokohan. Scott Cooper there in the stands as well. Former head coach of the Philippine men's national team as well as One Taguig before making his move to Cambodia, in attendance today.
Who is not here, I wonder?
Everybody in the Philippine football community seems to have come out.
Fantastic, of course, as NG will just neutralize this ball. 1/4 into this matchup already. With the run of play and with the way Digger have been able to get forward, I give them the advantage. But with the way this game is going in terms of emotions, I give it to One Taguig because they are getting into the head of the personnel here of the team in yellow.
I have no idea why NG is taking his time here, wasting precious moments to get the game going, to get the momentum back for Manila Digger. There hasn't been any fluidity in the game.
Both teams, of course, want their respective definitions of fluidity. This is it for Manila Digger. Those aerial duels, fast-paced game. If you're one to gig, someone want the opposite, technical ability in slowing it down. Ralphie Dabao doing the exact opposite. Here's a cross to a target. Only goes to Sato. Shraki will try to clean up. Baji will keep the pressure on. Babu Karture, Justin Bass. It's in the mix. Out wide. This is Digger's game. Crossed from deep. They would have liked the trailer, I reckon, in that instance. Here are your two new best friends, Reichelt and Juve. What is with Jordan Jarvis?
A bit better now from Manila Digger. 2 balls inside the box. They haven't been great crosses, to be fair, but they're keeping one to gig on the back foot. Speaking of fluidity, one to gig have not made their connections so far this evening. They've really struggled to hold on to the ball.
And we want to give a shout out to John Cyril Alcaceba 6123, and thank you for supporting Philippine football. John Alcaceba, as we know, a member of our broadcasting over at Cebu. They mean business with this long throw-in. They're bringing out the towel for Ralphie Dabao.
He's been one of the key players so far for Manila Digger. He's been very effective in keeping things quiet on the left flank of Manila Digger. Equally, he's also been positive going forward.
The throw-in sending long as expected. Chupic, is that enough? It's confirmed from our assistant referee. 1-0 for Manila Digger. Shraki and Sato. Reichelt surrounding Meleton Pelayo. Coach Bass loving it. That's first blood. One the gig player saying it did not cross the goal line. Assistant referee saying that it is good though. I would like to get a closer look, but of course, the referee's decision is final.
Chupic saying he was pushed. Others saying that it did not go over the line. One to gig. Need to respect the referee's decision here.
The Diggers scoring their 109th goal of the season. And it could be the most important one.
Somebody's going to get booked for dissent here if they keep this up.
Babu Karture driving on the Digger half of the grandstand. He won the gig. And with jeers has the opposite. What you said, Chupic saying he was pushed.
I can't wait to have a look at this again. Chupic was certainly far away by the time that ball was sent in, and it was just a soft touch in the end from Powers Mangay. Let's have a look at this from the long throw. And there it is. It looked well over. Chupic going for it. He's been pushed by Juve. So it's Juve's goal. Oh, it's been a clear hand to the back from Juve. And it looked like it went over before Daisuke Sato could get to it. That's led to the outrage from one to gig.
And they are pushing on with that sense of urgency. And it ends listless this time around.
That was a goal for Manila
That goal indeed is confirmed from the ground. So our fourth officials relay it to our colleagues, of course, down in the fourth officials table, and they relay it up to our stadium announcer, Dave Yumol. So na-delay Jing, syempre, because there were discussions in the pitch between Militon Pelayo, our assistant referees, our fourth official. This game, of course, has not been flipped upside down, but bit by bit, Manila Digger pushing the tempo and the physicality in this contest.
But you can't say they're not deserving of that goal. They've been pushing. They've been the team on the ascendancy. So many goals in modern football these days are scored via set piece.
Toure once more. The stop from Forosuelo.
Pinag-uusapan natin si Charles Davao. He's making his presence felt even on that long throw.
The thing with Charles Davao, or Ralphie Davao as he is also known, he had a long throw to start this game. They've been dangerous from the left. We know that a long throw is very close to a corner kick. And Manila Digger, very dangerous in the air. That's how they cause trouble over the AFC Challenge League.
He gets it into the 6-meter box. He gets it with such power. It's so difficult to defend.
Kenji will knock it to Davao. Got the blow by Aguirre. The cross. Cleaned up, second ball, but Sato bringing out his magic to keep them afloat. So Omaye though with a collision with Dinan Wambatafen.
Baji was just undercut a little bit by Stefan Schrock. You see here, Schrock has a look over his shoulder, gets underneath Baji. That's where the foul is. Had the whistle not gone for that, it would have gone for this. You see Omaye saw there, going for the hockey check.
Our two youth communities getting at it. Manila Digger and One Taguig. But our hardworking kuyas, yung mga bouncers natin dito sa PFL, they help make this league possible. They're with us for all 135 games this season.
It's a heated game, not just on the pitch, but off it. The stakes are high. There's tension everywhere.
But this paves way to another Kenji Nishoka moment. Joseph Hassan Baji. They opted to send it here, and Šupić will intercept that Justin Bass in swinger. Can Aguirre get this? Not the case here. You just feel the energy shifting the way of the Diggers. As much as One Taguig have a great number of experienced players, this Manila Digger side, as a unit, got to experience a similar atmosphere when they were playing overseas. And we know that can somewhat make a difference in terms of familiarity.
I definitely feel this has been the most vibrant of atmospheres we've had in the PFL, and rightly so. The winner of this match will take home the trophy. And it's the culmination of what has been a fantastic PFL season. But One Taguig need to remove themselves from all of the emotion and get back to playing football. Because for the most part, they haven't been able to manufacture any threat going forward.
This is Pete Forosuelo. 10 minutes remaining here, and then we will head over to stoppage time. just to wrap up the form of Taguig, because we did mention Manila Diggers. They opened the championship round with a 3-0 win versus Stallion. A 1-1 draw versus Cebu. A late goal from Cebu, mind you. A 3-1 loss to Kaya, and then a draw versus the Aguilas. Plenty of teams here making it difficult, or they made it difficult for the two squads competing in the title race.
Definitely, quality in the league, particularly in the championship round, has been very impressive.
And this may have been mishit from Chupic. And the rain is pouring here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. We did have a number of rain-hit games, of course. But it was officially declared by the government it is rainy season. There's a man down for Digger. Sato continuing to be heated. It's Usman Guy. He has a target on his back, of course, with his top scorer status, not just for Digger, but also in the league.
Sato in the ear of Melton Pelayo, who needs to really get control of this game. And to be fair, the players are not making it easy for him. Now a conversation being had. You see here Quincy Camarad and Noah Liddell. Let's have a look here. Guy on the ground. And Sato trying to get him to stand up. He's not happy that there's what he sees as time wasting being done. Both sides just need to cut it out a little bit, right? The going down and the theatrics. There's no way Pai Usman Guy is really hurt from that interaction with Daisuke Sato. There's no way Patrick Reichelt was hurt from that touch from Juf earlier, right? These are certain things that we understand what's being done and that you're trying to get an advantage in the game. And you're trying to show the referee that you've been touched in a manner that you feel as foul, but it's prolonging aspects of the game that we don't really want to see. We want the game being played. The ball in motion, in flow.
As you've said, we haven't really seen that flow in this game. As we have a replay of the goal earlier. That was confirmed for Modu Juf.
That looked like it was well over the line. So in that respect, was it a goal? Was it not a goal? Yes, it was. Ball over the line, it looked like. In fact, here, let's have a better look at it. It'd be great if we could get a stop here.
Right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's well over the line. Now, was there a push on the goalkeeper? I believe so, Caro. However, we don't have VAR here. You have to see it with a sea of bodies in front of you. As the assistant referee and as the official in the middle, it's difficult to spot that. Perhaps with VAR, you might get a call. And even then, in leagues with VAR, sometimes those things are not called. So, yes, Taguig can feel aggrieved.
And there's eventually a whistle against Isaac Agyamang. It continues here. Antics in the physicality left and right. Just like that, we have 6 minutes remaining before we head over to additional time.
It's been no lack of moments, flashpoints, moments of controversy. You hope that next we'll see a bit more fluidity.
It's Manila Digger again with the lead. They're in yellow and black. Modu Juf came away as the goal scorer. Taguig in black and gold. Hartman collects. Nishokan Bas got the job done. And then another whistle It's against Aguiamang. He did get his warning earlier. I believe there's a bit of that extension of the arms also to Militon Pelayo.
Not sure what Aguiamang can say here to argue with the referee. He's come in super late. He's come flying in with no chance at the ball. He's got an old Justin Bass and none of what he needs to win a fair tackle. Look at that. The ball had already been released by Bass and he's come in from behind, by the way.
From way out.
Pass comes in.
And let's remember, these high balls again favor Manila Digger. Yes, Taguig do have Stephen Ham at the back, but he could only hold on for so long. We await the service from Kenji. This may have been off the head of Aldeguer. Let's await the signal. Not off of Aldeguer, but it will be Taguig possession. Tandaan nga natin, a draw is enough for Manila Digger
Yes.
to seal the title. A win seals things beyond doubt. It's win or bust for Taguig. And in this scenario, they need to score 2 goals.
They've struggled in this championship round to find a lot of the back of the net here at Taguig. They got off to a flying start against Stallion, but since then they've only managed 1 goal.
And Ham headed this back to Chupich. You can get some confidence from this stop. But the keeper will boot it long with the sense of urgency. Hartman, will he slow this game down to their liking? Reichelt helping out the midfield. Got past. And this is a throw-in for the black shirts.
Normally Taguig are so good at keeping possession, being methodical about how they use the ball. Right now, they haven't been able to get that control.
Babu Cartori tried to sell that. Got up quickly because the referee took no interest. Nauto was just ganged up, but it eventually becomes a throw-in. And if you look at things in perspective, Hartman has been quiet in this game because you need him to facilitate and distribute from the midfield with his vision. And Nishoka stepped on from what I am seeing, and Sato is officially in the books.
Fair play to Militon Pelayo. He has not hesitated in the moments where the yellow cards seem clear-cut. You see Daisuke Sato, it's more of him releasing a bit of frustration as things haven't gone his way. He's come in there almost two-footed. Again, with Kenji Nishioka having released the ball, that could have been a red. He's off the ground, he's got 2 feet up. Nowhere near the ball from Daisuke Sato.
And Aguiamang staying close to Kenji Nishioka there because they want to resume this game ASAP. But he is on a yellow also. He will have to be careful with whatever antics. Right after that incident with Nishioka getting floored, he had an enraged Coach Bass of Digger head on to our 4th official, Raymart De Los Santos, as we have additional time. 5 minutes has confirmed.
It's not really a surprise because there's been so many stoppages in the game. And I like the demeanor of Modu Juf, 23-year-old captain here for Manila Digger. They've been trying to rile him up since the beginning. Siya medyo tinatawanan niya lang itong mga players ng Taguig, which is perhaps making the opposition more frustrated than him. And he needs that. He needs that demeanor to trickle around to his teammates na kalma lang guys. Taguig want to make this personal. They want to make it emotional. so that they can take us off our game. For Manila Digger, they just need to keep their heads calm. They're in the lead here. Everything is in their favor.
Sabihin nga natin, they have the insurance because if this slips to a 1-all draw, they still become the champions. Nonetheless, I wonder there with Modu Juf learning how to speak Filipino. Is that the language that him and Shraki are using? Stefan Shraki, as you know, was the captain of the Philippines. He has spent plenty of years here, raised by a loving Filipino mother. The rain intensifying here. There's a bit of that extra challenge in terms of visibility from the perspective of the grandstand. This changes up the dynamics of the game. Nauto, that may have been a successful nutmeg. Reichelt, 2-on-1, got past him, got to slip it in. Agyaman couldn't get it, was contained. Forosuelo, able to outsmart Guy. These conditions, the rain, does it favor anyone?
It adds to the drama for the spectators. But both sides are playing on a similar surface. They're both needing to deal with the difficulty of this slippier surface.
Wantagig getting numbers back. Wambatafem. Digger also out with a vengeance because they came away as the best loser last PFL. Lost in the final series for that ticket to the Shopee Cup. They came in at second. They had to play in the challenge in the Champions League to qualifying playoff as opposed to making it directly to the group stage. You have Wantagig. Last season, they were eliminated relatively early in the title race as much as they finished in the top 4. About halfway into the allocated 5 minutes, and she will boot it long. And smart there from Naoto. It's not a goal kick though. It is a throw-in for the Japanese. And the reason why I mentioned Mark Hartman is because he leads the league in assists with 18. That's why he's been quiet for Wantagig. But you have the likes of Nishoka getting involved. Also Babukar Ture. They are well in the top 10 when it comes to that category.
Right now, Mark Hartman needs to contribute a bit of that magic in midfield. The connections haven't been there as of yet for Wantagig. They could use somebody to get them ticking.
This is Babukar Ture who is down. And I did run a poll online on who will seal the title. The vote went 60-40. Manila Digger over Wantagig.
The majority are looking correct at the moment.
And as much as the flow of this game has been lacking, and the moments you see things turn out, it's the way of Manila Digger. Usman Guy makes it 2. But the flag is raised. Celebration turned into disappointment.
Wow. Flag raised. Just when I was about to say, this one you could have no complaints about. What a finish that was from Pa Usman Guy, but it's been waved off.
And at the death, or you could say Wantagig saved by the bell in the first half. But Manila Digger again got to score earlier with a ball or goal that did not hit the back of the net, but it has to cross the line. That's what happened. It's 1-0 thanks to Modu Juice. Manila Digger leads Wantagig. Discussions carrying on at the center circle.
Yes.
Let's look.
Onside by quite a margin there, Claro. And Pa Usman Guy can't believe it. So one Taguig can complain all they want, but the truth of the matter is Manila Digger have been disallowed a perfectly good goal here. And Matthew Custodio getting involved as a substitute.
He's a player who has been listed as unavailable for one Taguig for most of the season, on the bench for this one. I also saw earlier with the first goal, I believe Custodio went to the fourth official's table with a phone, pleading their case in that incident.
Well, Manila Digger can show him that. That was a perfectly good goal from Pao Usman-Gai. These decisions have a way of evening themselves out over the course of a game, over the course of a season. And you see here, Manila Digger, they're still on the pitch. They know what's on the line here and how important it is to stay together.
1-0 is the score again, with Manila Digger leading one Taguig thanks to Moru Juf.
Puhunan mo sa bawat segundong huminga, pruweba to na ika'y uubra. Ang puso iyong pakinggan, pangalan mo kanilang tinitilian. Diretso lang ang tingin, di kanila kayang ibagin. Matalo man o magpagi, di tayo uuwing sawi. Diretso lang ang tingin, di kanila kayang ibagin. Matalo man o magpagi, di tayo uuwing sawi. Atin ang labang ito, atin ang labang ito. Puso iyong pakinggan, pangalan mo kanilang tinitilian. Diretso lang ang tingin, di kanila kayang ibagin. Matalo man o magpagi, di tayo uuwing sawi. Diretso lang ang tingin, di kanila kayang ibagin. Matalo man o magpagi, di tayo uuwing sawi. Atin ang labang ito, atin ang labang ito, atin ang labang ito, atin ang labang ito.
Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah. Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Don't look at the past, no, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last, make it last to the break of day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain. There you go, drink it up, all this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast, yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice, the time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice, the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice, the time of your life.
Halftime right here in our season finale, and Manila Digger hold this precarious 1-0 lead But with the moments that teams have been able to get their game going, it's been Digger here and one Taguig starting this game or getting on the back foot. As we know, Jing, 1-0. Modu Juf and Digger delivering the goods as of late.
It's been an emotional affair filled with so many flashpoints on the pitch. But Manila Digger are well-deserved leaders right now in this match. And this was the moment that got them the opener from the long throw of Charles Dabao. Yes, was there a bit of a push on Chupic? Perhaps. But it was touched in by Modu Juf in the end. That led to a bit of outrage here from one Taguig. But ultimately, Manila Digger were the only team that were creating the opportunities. One Taguig have not had an opportunity to get a foot into the game.
And when you talk about getting a foot into the game, it's one Taguig defending. And then the rain eventually poured right here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. But as we speak, rains have died down right here, but we have a wet pitch. But it's the aerial duels and physicality of Manila Digger creating trouble. This is when mayhem just shifted over to the fifth gear. Let's have a look at this.
Offside was the call for that lovely finish from Pa Usman Guy. He started from an offside position, got himself back in line before the ball was crossed. Should have counted, but it wasn't. So masasabi natin, may tulak ba sa referee kanina? Perhaps. Pero offside ba yun? Hindi. So evened out. 1 goal lead. Definitely the right scoreline at the moment.
And you have to see it to believe it, or if you are questioning this, the stats are right. 0 shots on target, corners for one Taguig. And the numbers show here, Digger deserved to get one on the board. The only thing where one Taguig leads is yellow cards, 2-1, and you do not want to have the bigger number there.
That's right. Nothing. One Taguig has offered nothing as of the moment. And they have tried to raise the tension. They've gotten into little duels and spats. But what they need is to be able to find their football. That's the most important thing. And their game plan is working against them at the moment. They're trying to rile up the opposition. Pero nangyayari, sila lang ang nagiging emotional. You have a couple yellow cards there with some really bad challenges. One of them has taken out Justin Bass from this game. And that's the reason why there's going to be a substitution here with Limbo coming on to replace Justin Bass to start this second half.
And that is massive because you have the technical ability of Bass to get it to the physically superior players such as Modu Juf, you can even say, in a set piece. But under normal circumstances, Pa Usman Guy. But at the end of the day, amidst all the drama, it's 1-0. Manila Digger with one hand on the trophy. They have a lifeline. They can't settle for a 1-all draw. But one Taguig with their backs against the wall. They need to win this game, Jing. That's it for them. It's win or bust if you're Taguig. It's Digger with that window for comfort.
They have to do something that they haven't done a lot of in this championship round, and that is to score at the minimum 2 goals. In their last 3 outings, they've only managed 1 goal apiece. It hasn't been since the 16th of May when they scored 3 against Stallion that they've had multiple goals. And with a half that saw 0 shots, they have a lot of improving to do in this second half.
Goals have been difficult to get in the championship round. And with my numbers, you have Aguilas, Kaya, Cebu. Their goal difference in this championship round is at 0. Let's factor in this score as we speak. As the second half is kicked off by Usman Guy.
Player number 17, Justin Baas, is replaced by player number 9.
This is correct. Digger will be at +3 with the best goal difference in the championship round alone. One Taguig will be down to 0. That just shows you, dikit yung laban dito in the championship round. But we are seeing teams or our players on the pitch just give everything You say it's a bit too extra also with what we saw. Ang dami nangyari while play was stopped.
I think it's, the rain has stopped. We have an opportunity now to remove the drama, remove the tension, and to have a game of football here.
This is Sato playing his game. Headed to the center. And it is confirmed indeed. TAGUIG with a lifeline. It's a Giamang bouncing back from the first 45 to forget a nightmare he ends by putting in a goal and not waking up. Game on!
First chance of the match for TAGUIG, and they put it away a minute into the second half. You couldn't ask for a better start.
By player number 71, Isaac Aguilera.
Daisuke Sato sending in the ball. Just cushion for Giamang to put away.
Assisted by Andres Aldeguer from what we are seeing.
Let's have a look at that. Andres Aldeguer putting it on a plate for Giamang. It goes into the back of the net. And the crowd of TAGUIG has come alive here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Game on in this second half.
And under the same, or in this picture you are seeing, it is Giamang who is struggling with pain on his right leg. Let's check with Direct Josh if we can get a picture of what's going on in the grandstand.
Meanwhile, Isaac Giamang looks like he is struggling here with something.
Oh, there you go, Jay. Solomon Okireke cheering on his friends from TAGUIG. We say his friends because he did play for TAGUIG in the first half of the season and in the previous PFL edition. Talk about friendship there. You hope that Giamang is okay.
And here he is leading the chants once again in the stands. Okereke, what a character.
He just took over the drummers of TAGUIG.
Ay, nakikita mo yung mga drummer, nakatingin sila. Kanino sila nakatingin? Kay Okereke in the stands. Isaac Giamang is limping to the sideline. He's clutching his hamstring. His race might be run here. We've got a couple players warming up.
Take your pick. You have the likes of Marcus Haber in the warm-up area. He has got hot and cold here for TAGUIG in this season. And it looks like play is being paused because of lightning. Safety is always first right here. But let's go back to Giamang Jing. If he is not able to continue, that is going to hurt because he gets going for his team. He gets them chugging. Okireke is keeping the crowd entertained with his stoppage of play. Keep going, Solomon Obi.
It's going to be unfortunate for TAGUIG that Giamang is going to be unable to continue. Although he has an opportunity to recover, I really don't think with the way he was moving that he'll be able to come back from this. But you do have some quality replacements. Goldison, Casimiro Marquez, as well as Marcus Haber, the two options.
For those who just tuned in, we have a stoppage due to lightning We got to see that from our vantage point. It is 1-0. Isaac Aguiemang pulled one back literally at the start of this second half. Okereke bringing out his signature goal celebration.
And the Want-to-Gig crowd is really making themselves heard here. You better believe their players are feeling it as well. And meanwhile, for Manila Digger, they're in a position right now where they're in a tricky spot. They were full of life heading into this half, and all of a sudden they've been scored on, and the momentum of the game has been taken away.
And this rarely happens, as we know in football, with the nature of the game. So yung nangyari, they get momentum, tapos parang may timeout bigla.
Yeah.
That's the simplest way to put this.
And until the passage of time where there is no visible lightning in the vicinity of our stadium, will this match continue?
Let's remember this also. Last May 23, when Want-to-Gig played against Kaya in this very third round, Kaya were in the driver's seat, but guess who scored for Want-to-Gig at the start of the second half?
I've got a feeling it's that man, Aguiemang.
Yep. Isaac Aguiemang himself. Not to take anything away from Isaac, of course, but he was able to pounce on an error. He put himself in that position by pressing the defense, bounced on it, had that scoring opportunity in the silver platter. But the atmosphere is electric and continues at the Rizal Memorial Stadium.
We gotta make an award, party starter, specifically just for Okereke. What a guy, what a character.
Do we have time to make a trophy for the awarding ceremonies later?
3D printer ba tayo? It's gonna need to be done ASAP. Let's have a look at some of the action so far in this game. It's been a physical contest, but in that first half, it was all Manila Digger. And Claro, I think they got their just rewards from it. They tried to make it into as much of a battle as possible. They don't want the gig, but Manila Digger have not been intimidated at all.
This was the magic moment. Those Ralphie Dabao throw-ins causing chaos.
Noe Filonco getting riled up there on the sideline. And you can see the Want-to-Gig players pleading with the referee. See there, Daisuke Sato on his knees, begging the referee to reconsider. But that goal was given. And again, it was Manila Digger doing all the probing in that first half.
That may have been the moment Justin Bass really got shaken up. He was subbed off at halftime again, as you pointed out. That technical player to control the midfield along with Kenji Nishoka. And then it just started to rain. Cats and dogs here. Intensity went over to the fifth gear. Plenty of extracurricular activities. This was flagged offside, Jing. Tandaan nga natin.
Napakaswerte ng Want-to-Gig dun. But this one, they deserved. Great cross. Enjoy it on the quad vision replay. It was touched in by that man, Isaac Aguiemang. Shortly after, he's gone down injured.
This was Kenji Nishoka also trying to get on the scoreboard a number of occasions. Digger started out with plenty of free kicks, essentially in the attacking third. As much as those weren't successful, that dictated the pace of the game. Hence, all zeros from Want-to-Gig during our halftime stats recap.
Paliwanag lang para sa mga hindi nakakaalam. Kailangan manalo ng 1 Taguig para makuha ang kampyonato. Para sa Manila Digger, a draw is enough. However, it's all balanced, all very delicately at the moment, with Manila Digger under threat here against the 1 Taguig side that has come alive all of a sudden in the second half.
So we were saying earlier, when Digger led 1-0 at the half, may cushion sila because they could settle for that 1-1 draw. But now that you exhaust that cushion, and we're only about 3 minutes into the second half, you're walking a tightrope.
Yep.
You want to restore that lead for obvious reasons. You don't want to play it too close for comfort. But it's this moment for Digger again. That's just hurting them. 1 Taguig saved by the bell. That happened right before Melaton Pelayo signaled for halftime.
Would have been a fantastic, that could have been the nail in the coffin, in fact, for Manila Digger. 2 goals ahead, heading into the break. The opposition demoralized, needing 3 goals in order to get victory. As it stands, it's anybody's game.
And for our friends who just tuned in, play is being paused due to lightning right here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium in Manila. But we got to play about 3 minutes of the first half. Well, more like we got to see 90 seconds, then Aguiamong scored. We played a bit right after and kicked this game off once more. And that's where our match officials stopped the game, with safety being paramount.
Of course, can't take any chances with lightning. Although if you do the counting, that rough estimate of how far the lightning is taking place, it's a few kilometers out, but of course, you can't take any chances with these types of things. And so, stoppage in play, while we hope that the lightning ceases in the next few minutes, because we're all set up for a fantastic contest here now.
Let's also track back with this season. Hard to believe, hard to say. It's been 9 months.
Yeah.
Hard to say and hard to believe that this is the last game day of the season. This is the longest PFL season we've ever had. 11 teams competing. Akala nga natin magiging usual league format na double round robin is okay, may champion.
Yes.
We do the math in that situation. That's 20 total games played per team. But, oh, let's hold on. 11 teams, everyone gets to play each other twice. Right up until that point. Oh, teka lang, may championship round tayo.
And I have to say, Claro, I love the format.
So do I.
I really have enjoyed this season. And sana maging tuloy-tuloy na meron tayong 9 months of football every year.
Because with this championship round, as we've been saying, like a broken record, but we're here to enlighten our friends who just tuned in. You're always welcome, better late than never, to join the Philippine football community. Ang nangyayari, yung top 6 mag-figure sa isang single round robin. And those top 6 teams, in order as we speak, heading into this game: Digger, 1 Taguig, Haya, Cebu, Aguilas Yumac, and Stallion. And that is why, is it the right word to say, we got spoiled, because twice a week in this month of May, may mga triple header tayo. Those 6 teams competing, quality football.
That's what you gotta love. It culminates in this May where the football has been so fast and furious. Every week we've just been treated to fantastic football. And nakita natin, no, pag sasalpukan mo yung mga magagaling na teams dito sa Philippines Football League, you get so many surprises. You saw with Aguilas UMAC FC being the best in this championship round that even the 6th place team has the capability to beat the best of the best in the country.
With you mentioning that, you could say this is power rankings for the 3rd round. If we only factor in the results in the championship round or in round 3 for the top 6 teams. We have Aguilas UMAC with 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. That's good for 8 points. And then you have Kaya right below, but they fell 1-0 to Cebu. They're at 7 points. And then you have Manila Digger and TAGUIG. If this game ends as a draw, tabla sila. In the 3rd round alone, 6 points. We're just looking at form, of course, Jing.
Yep.
With this, we are looking at the grand scheme of things. Because the results in the 1st round and the 2nd round carry over. And Manila Digger and TAGUIG have been also consistent in that endurance. They are fighting for the title. Yes, you get rough patches. At the end of the day, Manila Digger and TAGUIG were able to get that cushion. Virtually unbeatable in this season. Kaya nung natalo sila, they did not cry over spilled milk when they lost those games late in the season. They just kept their head down and say, oh, we're still in the title race. Can I flip it? Yeah, okay. Digger and TAGUIG dropped points late in the season. But it's okay, they're in the championship round. What if you are TAGUIG? You trail Digger in the standings, that is why you can only win the title with the win. You start looking back, oh man, we should have won this game, that game. Because if we did, we'd be over Digger in the standings and things would have been easier for us to win. But the advantage, as we mentioned, went to the yellow shirts in Digger.
Inevitably, that's what's going to happen. I mean, you're going to look back in hindsight thinking you could have done more. But this is the nature of a league. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And it evens things out over the course of 25 games. And teams will stumble from time to time.
Do continue to stay with us again. We are sorting something out for you. Something special on the ground. Just to enlighten all of you, we are having a lightning delay. We played about 3 or 4 minutes in this 2nd half. In that moment, Isaac Agiemang was able to double the scoreline. That's how things sit right now. And we actually have an interview. Let's make it a surprise so that you guys continue to stay with us. I believe we have Diego Cordero. He's with one of our good friends. We'll take it to you, Diego.
With us is former TAGUIG player Quincy Cameron. Quincy, what have you thought of the game so far?
Good intensity. Some questions about some of the decisions that are made, but good intensity, good atmosphere. Happy to see Philippine football where it's going now.
You spent some time in PFL. Now you've gone to another league, a better league. How has the PFL helped you be prepared for a better league?
It helped me to play in a league format. Playing games week in, week out. Levels different in Malaysia, but you face teams like Kaya. Last year we had Diggers in Cebu. They were quite strong, and they helped me prepare for the Malaysian league, I would say.
Yeah. Have you been impressed by any of your teammates for the national team in this game?
Yeah, Kenji, but I've been watching Kenji already the whole year. Sato, we know Sato. And then, yeah, Kiki, but Kiki is not a player anymore.
And last, how excited are you for next week's games, Tri-Nations friendly, and could you invite the fans also to come to the stadium for that game?
Oh yeah, I'm very excited to play back at home. First time back since we played Thailand, so I hope everybody can come and support us against Guam and Myanmar. next week and the week after that.
Thank you. Again, Quincy Camarad, thank you very much. Back to you, Jing and Claro.
Ayan ang surprise. We got Quincy Camarad in the building, former PFL player. He spent a significant amount of his time with Kaya FC Iloilo, but he was also a part of the inaugural roster of One Taguig. He played in that 2024 season. Great to see Quincy coming home. He's going to be part again of the upcoming Tri-Nations friendlies. So it is the last day of the 25-26 Philippines Football League season, but we are paused at the moment due to a lightning delay. We have your 2 goal scorers in Motojuve and Isaac Agyema. But let's talk about that. Tri-Nations friendlies. Action will carry on for the Philippine football community because on June 3, the Philippine men's national team will square off with Guam right here at the same venue, the Rizal Memorial Stadium. On June 6, Guam and Myanmar will get to play against each other. And then on June 9, the Philippines will close that window versus Myanmar. And what makes this a great window, Jing? I'll go straight to the point. Yung bogey team ng Philippines, Myanmar.
It's a good test for the Philippines, and it's important to stay busy during this window, especially as the Hyundai Cup is just around the corner. The national team needs every opportunity to gel, as well as to try out new players who are coming in. And we saw some interesting names out there in that squad list. Quincy Camarad, of course, we had an opportunity to speak with earlier, has become a regular and a mainstay in the Philippine men's national football team. At ang kinikwento niya nga, no, dito siya nagsimula sa Philippines Football League, and nahasa siya sa Kaya and his opportunities with the in the AFC Champions League. Pero nakikita natin doon si Quincy Camarad was far from the finished article during the time, no? And now he got that opportunity in the Mitsubishi Electric Cup, which is, you know, what the Hyundai Cup is now. And those experiences are invaluable for these players to be tested in that fashion under that kind of pressure. And yeah, he's been able to parlay that into becoming a regular in the Malaysian Super League, where they've done well with Kuala Lumpur FC. And it's great to see Quincy Camarad back here in the Philippines and enjoying things, because this Tri-Nation friendlies, instead of friendlies, I expect it's going to be great value in terms of entertainment. So I hope the fans come out and enjoy the Philippine men's national team playing in front of the home crowd.
Quincy Camarad, you recall, make his senior national team debut over at Indonesia. You had a front row seat to witness that. It just shows you, of course, players who've been able to go far in the Philippines Football League is a springboard to that. It's a stage again. Dito nagpapakitang gilas mga Philippine footballers. And let's check on it, Jing. We have Solomon Okereke. He's with Diego Cordero down on the ground.
Diego Cordero back here with another interview. This time it's Solomon Okereke, who has been very, very noisy in the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. Solomon, we already know which team you're cheering for. How have you found the game so far?
Yeah, the game has really been interesting. Actually, this is what I was expecting. You know, I wasn't expecting it to be a very. Come on, guys! Hey, come on, guys! Come on! I cannot hear you! Come on, make some noise! Come on! So you see, so it's really an exciting atmosphere. You know, so yeah.
On a personal note, you've had a very good season with Don Bosco also. Yeah. How have you found your season overall?
Yeah, it's been interesting, and I want to thank God for the privilege so far, because when you find yourself in an opportunity like or privilege to do something, you just have to utilize such an opportunity. So it's been a nice one being with Don Bosco, most especially with the team, the coach, and the players. It wasn't easy going into a team just like that from February, and they welcomed me. So it was really an interesting season for me, and I give glory to God.
And last, do you have any message for your fans, or the fans of Don Bosco, or the fans of Want the Gig?
Yeah, come on, guys. To all the fans of Don Bosco, we love you all. Come on, come support Don Bosco and support Want the Gig. Yes, okay. Of course, I'm sorry to say, because that was my former team, so it's really a good one. Come on, fans, can you celebrate? Can you? Come on, you see, so we're just here. I can hear you. Come on. You see, so. Yeah, so thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
I'm so happy, and I want to say a shout out to my family, my mom, my dad, my girlfriend, also for Academy family, and to PFL. This is what we want to see. This is the energy. Please, if you're watching PFL at home, you are missing a lot. Come and watch the experience, the fun life here. I know next season is going to be fun, filled with so many joy, laughter, and a noise like that. So guys, come to the stadium and watch. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Solomon Okereke, Diego Cordero here. Back to you, Jing and Claro.
And that interview with Okereke is incomplete because he did not dance. I think Diego's lucky he gets to escape. He was kind of forced to dance because Okereke said, "Bro, I scored a hat trick. I'm buying you ice cream." So we got some of us in the crew ice cream. He's forcing us to buy more. Libre niya, by the way. I said, "Okereke, I'm only going to get more if you score 6 goals." I did raise the bar right there. He just burst it out loud.
You got to love that guy, though, Solomon Okereke. He's just a force of positivity out there in the stands right now and in this league. And you can see he's supporting his former club. Sometimes there's a bit of animosity when you leave a club and you see Solomon Okereke, very gracious and accepting of the new adventure that he's got with Don Bosco Garelli, and how exciting for him. And I love that he's here telling everybody to be excited about the Philippines Football League. And I agree with him. There's so much entertainment here to be enjoyed in the stadium. And as much as we love you guys watching our broadcast at home or wherever you may be, it's difficult to match the experience in the venue itself. So yeah, we do encourage everybody to come out and enjoy it live, because it is something else.
And in this season, it's 175 pesos for a ticket. Same price, whether it's 1 day or it's 1 day of 3 games, okay, double header. That is a day pass. That 175 pesos could get you far, of course. But you get the value that you see right here, with the community out in attendance. And I will also point out that you have announcer David Yumol, who we've come to fondly call DJ Yumol, just giving beats now. Not trying to compete with Okereke. He's giving Solomon Obi a break with the tunes right now. But let's get back to this Philippine football discussion. So my Hyundai Cup tayo, which is essentially the AFF Men's Championship. Pagkatapos, may bagong tournament. There's the FIFA ASEAN Cup. It's essentially Southeast Asian teams. I'm seeing it's still not yet confirmed if we have a number of countries outside of the ASEAN region who are going to join. But FIFA coming up big here, pushing the development of ASEAN football more.
It's a huge market. ASEAN is filled with football crazy supporters. We're talking about the likes of Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, and now the Philippines becoming a part of that environment. We're really pushing above our weight, and now we're becoming a football nation of our own, Claro. So, it's a huge market that they are looking to develop, and rightly so. I think there's so much great talent here in Southeast Asia, and with a little bit of a push, there could be more investment into infrastructure that would make football an even more viable product here in the region.
I know it is very competitive with ASEAN teams squaring off with one another. But when you see an ASEAN team squaring off with a team outside of the region, you have everyone get behind them. So, for example, we had Indonesia make a round of FIFA World Cup qualifiers. If they got past, they would have carried over to the FIFA Intercontinental Playoff. And in that situation, you had the entire region getting behind them. You really see how the region is getting far.
Yep, we weren't far away. Weren't far away at all from being able to qualify for a World Cup. And what a crazy achievement that would have been.
With this, we have the upcoming World Cup, don't you forget. Yes, we have no ASEAN teams taking part, but it's great. We have this platform for Filipinos to catch football. We're going to be busy in the off-season, that's for sure.
Yep, that's for sure.
And with that, we're going to take a short break. Again, we are close to wrapping up this lightning delay from the looks of it. Stay with us because we'll resume action between Manila Digger and TAGUIG in a bit.
Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah. Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Don't look at the past, no, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last, make it last to the break of day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain. There you go, drink it up, all this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
Pinti at braso ang puhunan mo.
what you're drinking. 2 shots, let's pour it up. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Don't look at the past, no, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last, make it last to the break of day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain. There you go, drink it up, all this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Don't look at the past, no, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last, make it last to the break of day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain. There you go, drink it up, all this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
Closing in on the resumption of our penultimate game of the season. It is Manila Digger and TAGUIG. We are level at 1-1 again. And the reason why this game was delayed was due to lightning earlier, about 40 minutes ago. Hence, we are only resuming play now. Alongside Jingham now, this is Caro Manzano. And mind you again, just about 90 seconds into the second half, Isaac Agyemang was able to score and give TAGUIG a lifeline. And after that, pretty much, that's when the game was paused. So from what we were told initially, Jing, the timer will carry on here and it will be added on later.
Oh, wow. We're going to get a lot of added time.
I'll try to keep tabs on that also here. But essentially, you're going to see about 43 minutes of action.
On top of this 95.
That's correct. Yes, based on my math. So with this, obviously we just mentioned, Agyemang scored to cancel out the goal of Modu Juf. Momentum with TAGUIG because they obviously just scored. Pero yung masakit dyan, that momentum gets iced. That's breaks of the game, as we know. Pero alam natin, safety is paramount with the lightning conditions we experienced earlier here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium.
It's just another twist to this extremely dramatic final day that we have here in the Philippines Football League. Had a disallowed goal, and a controversial opener. Isaac Aguemang equalizing things, and muntika na dito.
You could see the relief from Chupich. It is a foul going the way of Taguig. Digger accused of delaying resumption of play. That lightning delay did not cool them down, Jing.
Oo nga eh.
The emotions.
Mainit pa rin talaga. Collision in the air there. Difficult one for Chupich. But he got the necessary contact on it.
So both sides are not staying calm. But we just got to witness a bit of lightning. Referee Milton Pelayo is heading over to his fourth official. It's Raymart de los Santos for this evening. Our LGC, our local general coordinator, is having a check. Do they resume with play? From the looks of it, it is yes.
Judging from the distance of the Lightning, taking a calculated risk to continue the contest here. You saw Stephen Schrock saying, layo naman yan eh. Sige na, laro na natin to. Kahit yung mga players naiinip na. Sobrang tagal nung rain delay natin. Gumaling na si Isaac Aguemang mula dun sa injury niya.
That's breakthrough the game going your way.
Yeah.
Come to look at it in that perspective.
Kanina mukhang hindi na siya makakatuloy. With a hamstring injury.
So we are speculating if the game carried on, assuming that conditions were okay, they would have had to sub on Aguemang.
Yeah, it would have been possible. Marcus Haber and Goldison were getting ready.
Here's Shraki taking on Dylan Wampatafem. That cross ricocheted off of Wampatafem, and NG will reset.
It's not easy for these players to try to get warm again, to get back into the pace of the game. They're extremely warm, got cooled down at halftime. Their heart rate would have still been pumping. Got into the second half, then endured a 40-minute delay.
It's still with Aguemang. Juve actually wanted a call their way. It's NG once more. That is something that you just cannot reset. The heart rate, the cardio, as we know.
I wonder who is going to be the sharper of these two teams after such a long pause.
So come to think of it, you say it's still level terms with the way we had that delay earlier, as Aldeguer will bring it. Not on the same wavelength as Aguemang. They gotta be frustrated because you're making miscues like that on the last day of the season.
Definitely going to be a test for both teams. It's all about focus. Who's able to find their focus here and not be swayed by all the externalities taking place in this match. Whether it's the rain, whether it's the delay, whether it's the emotions and tensions on the pitch, or the livelier than usual atmosphere at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. The team, the players, they're able to drown out all of that better, will likely be more successful.
Especially a game like this, where both sides have been emotional. The calmer team oftentimes will prevail. Or do you say in this instance, the less emotional team, with the way tempers have been able to get the best of them? If you are wondering again with the time, that's because we experienced a rain delay. So roughly, we'll head over until about the 138th minute. But we've seen plenty of these with Kenji Nishoka giving dangerous services. When he has the angle, he also goes for a goal. Marcus Haber is also waiting on the wings to enter his game in a bit. But first, here's that dangerous ball. Pete Forzuelo with a defensive header. Aguiemang, he'll accelerate. There's a body that fell for Digger, just tripping in the process.
He's hurt. He's hurt. He's pulled his hamstring in the process of breaking free.
So bumalik yung problema that manifested earlier. But thankfully, he had his teammates to help him out.
You appreciate his courage, but he might have done more damage to what was already a hamstring hanging on a thread. The acceleration here from him. He couldn't help himself, and then all of a sudden, ayan na, kitang-kita.
Isaac Aguiemang in tears, of course. This is the title decider. Well, they also took the risk because other than the delay, hey, win this game, you seal the title.
What an opportunity here, Claro. Sorry to cut you off there. For Marcus Haber. He's had a mixed bag since coming to TAGUIG. Hasn't had the opportunity to really make his mark as of yet. But what a way to be able to make a statement if you're able to score in a match like this against Manila Digger.
And Usman Gayas flagged offside this time around. But all of those struggles, if you're Haber, could be erased. If you're able to win in a moment like this, you're saying again, heroes and legends are made in scenarios.
Ooh, tight. That is very tight indeed, at least from that angle. It looked like Ham was dangerously close to playing him onside.
If you are Digger, who will deliver the goods? Eyes will be on the likes of Guy, Kenji Nishoka. That's to add to Modu Chuf, of course, because he took advantage of what was virtually a set piece with a long throw-in of Ralphie Dabao. Sato will collect. Ramba Tafen slipped on the pitch. They try to go for Haber. Couldn't reach it. Troy Limbo. Tandaan nga natin, Troy Limbo did enter for a hurt Justin Bass because of that ultra-physical first half.
Who you wonder if he's actually okay at this point. Justin Bass, given the 40 minutes of the delay, but it's a moot point. Troy Limbo, this is a testament to Manila Digger on the pitch. A quality player that they can bring on.
It's not like you expected that rain delay to also occur. Of course, you definitely have the forces of nature, which can be unpredictable. We started out the season pretty much in the end of August. We reached the Burr months where the weather is pleasant, we say tolerable for some people. It got a bit colder in January and February. We got to experience the full Philippine heat. March up until mid of May, midway through the championship round, we started to experience a number of rains actually. There was rain in that TAGUIG Stallion encounter, when I recall.
It's good that we're catching just the start of the rainy season. That the break will be mostly throughout that rainy part of the year where games are more likely to be cancelled because of the conditions. But interestingly here, Claro, a pair of substitutions being readied by Manila Digger.
That is Noy Felonco and David Sambu. We got to see plenty of Sambu in that Challenge League campaign of Digger. Noy Felonco, on the other hand, lost his way in the rotation because he has oftentimes played the 6. As here's the shot now. Kupic with a super save. He's feeling it with the momentum. Again now, Toure got his pocket pick. Shrocking Helm to the rescue. Hartman will look to push. This is his game. Hartman sent his apologies though because Reichel was saying, hey, I'm here on the right wing. But with that dead ball, we'll pause.
It's a great hit. He steadies himself, edge of the box, pulls the trigger. Kupic in full stretch there. You see him celebrating, keeping that one out. It's a big save.
Substitutions for Manila Tigger.
Here's that awaited double change of Coach Kim and Bass. Delano but Tafem will step off along with Jordan Jarvis. So Pelonco and Sambu will enter. Obviously a tactical change, Jing, unless there's something we do not know with the wear and tear and knacks that these players have.
It's been a long time since Noy Pelonco has had an opportunity to really affect the game.
Usman Guy on the break.
Wow, he's so difficult to stop. Usman Guy all on his own there, taking on that back line.
The Bulls and the Let's Go Manila Digger, both sides going at it. But it is a corner kick here for the Diggers. But the pettiness carrying on, especially with us having this corner kick.
Coach Basliu seems to be wanting to shore up his defense a little bit by bringing on Sambu. You see here, Pa Usman Guy making a motion to the crowd. And again, some nonsense. It needs to be removed from the game.
We want to see plain good old football, of course.
It's silly, Claudio, especially since you know you're going to get replayed. Everybody can see.
You're going to be a meme in this era.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you in. I had to say it.
How would you fall over from that kind of contact?
Everything recorded in this era of information and social media. Here's the outswinger of Nishoka. And when you add Marcus Haber, you are adding extra ceiling also, other than Stephen Hum. Kenji trying to be clever. Torre, Kupic once more. He's on the same page as Stephen Hum. Played off quickly, only as far as Nishoka. Noy Pelonco with the armband, with him being the captain of this team. Noy getting the clearance. Played back. Kupic knew what he was doing. Kenji Nishoka just a ball winner in midfield. It's a foul here though against Digger.
It's a hard fall for Kenji Nishioka. Patrick Reichelt went in hard.
Shraki, a former national team player, he is giving Kenji Nishoka his welcome to the national team nonetheless.
This is a final. There's going to be some strong challenges in there.
So there you go. We have our time sorted out. We have about 25 minutes. When Nishoka getting this back against Shraki. Oh, not on the same page as Noy Pelonco. The captain sent his apologies to Nishoka, the Filipino-Japanese midfielder. There's the Sato and Friends connection to get the stop, but it is a foul. To the frustration of Taguig, to the relief of Manila Digger.
Initially felt it was a good no call from referee Militon Pelayo. Turi had gone down a bit, rather theatrically there on a shoulder to shoulder. So you see all of a sudden the neck cocks back despite no added contact really. And Manila Digger are so dangerous on the set piece.
That's how they got their engines chugging in that grit and grind first 45. Would it be the same formula? This draw is enough for Manila Digger to seal the title. A win will put it without or beyond doubts. Want the gig? It's win or bust. Here's that sense of urgency down the wing for Limbo. Taking on Hiraishi. Fouls left and right here. It has been that stop and start game. The rains also continue here in Manila. You think that rust has been shaken off, Ching, from that stoppage earlier due to lightning?
Yeah, I think so. But let's remember, before that goal, One Taguig had 0 shots. And they really need to find their groove. They have yet to really threaten Manila Digger since the restart.
Sato surrounded. Stopped by Ture. There's a support from Hiraishi. Hartman couldn't get it. Troy Limbo wide on the wing. There's Usman guy. Stephen Hall trying to mark him. Numbers here favored Taguig though. Hartman having to channel the defender in him. Can only concede possession.
Big opportunity there for Troy Limbo to make his mark on the game. It's a tricky situation though. Pausman guy was well marked in the middle.
Let's remember though, regardless of result, both teams will get to play on the continental level or the international level for club football. The champion will play in the AFC Champions League to qualifying playoff. And in the qualifying playoff of the Shopee Cup, which is the ASEAN Club Championship, number 2, get this, will play in the qualifying playoff of the AFC Challenge League. So if you lose that Challenge League qualifying playoff, which is oftentimes just a game, that's goodbye. If you finish as the champion here, if you fall in the Champions League 2 qualifier, you get to play in the Challenge League. That's essentially how Digger got to play overseas in this season. But the allocation of slots was different in the 2024-25 PFL.
So bale, yun nga no, isa lang ang team talaga ang guaranteed na makapaglaro on the continental stage, and that is the champion. You know, second place, although there is a consolation, there is no guarantee that you will play. You will have to go through a qualifier to earn your spot in the Challenge League. So not only do you get the prestige of being the best in the Philippines, your chances are also changed continentally.
Too close for comfort, but Digger's defense escapes by the skin of their teeth. We have not seen this much pressure from One Taguig up until this point. And Reichelt winning this here. Veteran moves.
Charles Dabao disappointed. He's been pulled into that tackle.
My question though, with Digger having the height, how do you sort this out if you're One Taguig?
Well, they've got quite a few to aim at in there. Stephen Hom, Marcus Haber, the obvious choices. Patrick Reichelt's very good in the air as well.
And it re-enters my mind, Daisuke Sato can come out of anywhere.
Yep.
All heart when you talk about Sato. Came close that time around. NG office line retreats. Cleared out by Ture. Only goes to Forosuelo. Filonco, if he wins it, that would have been a fantastic moment. It's still here though. Digger getting Taguig to just retreat desperately. Chupic, there's a collision. What is the call here? Taguig ganging up on Guy. So pushing Filonco. Play was stopped, that's for sure. Guy given a yellow. I think the keeper had the ball in that instance, Jing, but it's all up to our referees. And Pelayo showing a yellow here. Not sure to whom.
Looks like Reichelt was given a yellow. Gonna get confirmation on that in a little bit. Jonathan Pelayo taking charge of the situation.
Still too much antics here in this game, the title decider.
Ball's in the air there. Usman Guy goes down. I think he's entitled to go for it. It's in the middle of both of them. He's got his eyes on the ball, but his head makes contact with Chupic's head. Everybody wants to have a word with Guy. Forosuelo pushes Filonco. Sato getting into it.
It has been more of a display kung sino yung masiga dito ngayong gabi.
Sambu is making the case here. Anong gagawin ni Guy? Nandun yung bola. As a striker, he has to go and attack that ball. Sadya ba? Yun yung tanong. Sadya ba na binangga niya yung ulo niya kay Chupic? That's the main question there. Stefan Schrock is gonna get a word from Melton Pelayo as well, because blatantly tinulak niya si Kenji Nishioka in the lead up to it. Melton Pelayo has caught everything here, right? So credit to him. Isipin mo na lang yung trabaho mo, 22 na tao, kino-convince ka ng kung ano-ano. Kailangan mo i-trust yung sarili mo at yung mga kakampi mo sa pitch, which is just two other people on the sideline and one guy in the fourth officials table.
Right.
It's not an easy job. And everybody's shouting everything at you. You have to trust your instinct here. And Melton Pelayo has done well to coordinate with his assistants to understand. You'll see here, tulak. Hulog si Kenji Nishioka mula kay Stefan Schrock. The ball comes in, it's 50-50. Nagtamaan sila ng ulo. Pero kanina pa kasi pikon yung mga one-tagig players dito kay Pa Usman Guy. Kaya naman they're taking offense with what he did. Although in this particular situation, it didn't feel like he did anything dirty, right? Manila Digger players have to come in and protect their man. And it just unfolds in this fashion. But again, externalities, nonsense. They need to focus on playing well here. And Melton Pelayo has taken charge of the situation about as well as you could have, given the circumstances.
But both sides, in terms of what's going on the pitch, are not able to let their respective games do the talking, I feel.
What's happened here is, sinigawan nila ng sinigawan si Pa Usman Guy, but actually, he's come out the worst from this situation because the contact was legitimate, but it was the side of his head to Cupic's forehead. And that is a softer part of your head, and it's more likely to get you rocked. So he might be rocked here, legitimately, on the pitch. And yun ang problema pag play acting ka ng play acting. When the time comes na talaga nasaktan ka, walang naniniwala.
Let's break it down. It's the boy who cried wolf. A story we recall from growing up. But if we could set things aside, the stretcher is brought out for Pa Usman Guy, and we hope that it is not as bad as it looks. And Manila Digger also needed some stepping up to do. We say that as much as they have a stacked squad. Similarly also to TAGUIG. Digger without their attacking midfielder, Modu Mane. He picked up a red versus Stallion Laguna. So he had to sit out that previous game and this game. Ngayon, one Taguig naman. You can see the roster would be a revolving door. Who's going to be present today? You'd often see plenty of players who are listed as not playing. But they do have a complete roster now, so they'll take that opportunity by the horns. Paus Bangay being helped now by our medical staff. He continues to receive support. We hope he's able to return and that it is not as bad as it looks.
And you have to take it seriously. It's a head collision.
Patrick Reichelt is also having conversations with people in the technical area of Manila Digger. It seemed like Daniel Ashley from what I saw. Will Manila Digger preserve this scoreline? At the least, will Taguig get a game winner? Taguig need to win. A draw will not suffice. If this ends as a draw, Manila Digger will bag the trophy. And will be your 25-26 Philippines Football League champions. Cleared off by Modu Juf. Ture Forosuelo tells him to calm down. Now it's Digger this time, inviting the pressure. You see a bit of that cautious approach, given the circumstances that we mentioned.
It's 10 against 11 here. They haven't sorted out Usman Gai, although he looks like he's going to come back. One Taguig need to take advantage of this as quickly as they can.
No doubt about that with NG. He's tried and tested. That's the case for our two keepers. But did he get hurt on his own? While they have a check on NG, you have Guy who is still a bit slow at the half line. Get some last minute instructions though from his coaches. Here's what went on with NG.
No contact, no nothing. He's gone down in pain. You see the expression from Marcus Haber.
Tough question. You do not have to answer it, but at what point in time do you say this is a non-contact injury, which is obviously something that concerns you or anyone?
It's definitely a non-contact injury. The thing is, the keeper is a player on the pitch that can receive treatment and does not have to leave the field of play. So they can take their time here, give Usman Gai a bit more time to recover.
The two communities out again to cheer on their respective teams. You have Manila Digger in yellow and black. One Taguig in black and gold. Modu Juf opened the scoring in the first half. Isaac Agyemang upon kickoff at the second 45 got to level things. There was a lightning delay after that. So the game was resumed after a stoppage. Now this game, or this match is carrying on. Both sides carried on the momentum of being emotional, getting the best of each other. It has become a game of attrition. And there's a drop ball to resume play, and we are off. We are expecting plenty of stoppage time in this game.
Oh, definitely.
You see Guido, but he's a bit slow. But he can put this in. Not the case here. Inches off. Sato with a finger wag.
So close to deciding this contest, Pa Usman Guy. He's clearly onside. So close.
Reichel got his head to it. Sinaloni ni Shoka, tinulak ni Shrak. Both sides saying it is their possession. It goes to the Diggers in yellow. We could throw everything away. The previous records. When you talk about these two teams meeting in the first and second rounds. The form also. And we say that as much as both teams were somewhat subpar by their high standards in this championship round. But at the end of the day, everything paving the path for a moment like this. Yellow issue to Pa Usman Guy.
It's about time. It really is.
That is also the case for Pete Forosuelo. Forosuelo was given a warning very early in this game, let's remember. And the fact that he only got a yellow now speaks volumes of how he's been able to contain himself, you could say.
I think this was confirmation from the collision earlier, but Forosuelo was getting involved. He pushed Noy Filonco earlier on. And this is important. You need to punish certain behavior to dissuade it from continuing.
And here is a change for Coach Arvin, and Taguig Goldeson is entering for Andres Aldeguer. That's a like-for-like change with an attacker coming in for another. That's one Filipino player out, one foreigner in. There is that leeway for Taguig because they only started 5 foreigners. The limit here again is 5 foreigners, but you can add a 6th foreigner. He has to be a goalkeeper.
That's right. Aldeguer came off to an ovation from the Taguig fans. Provided the assist for the goal. He's worked hard today.
Ture beating Sato in that matchup. Was this a slip or a push? The referee says it's a foul.
Definitely was doing a lot of tugging there, Daisuke Sato. He's a player that needs to be careful. He's already on a booking.
And other than containing their respective emotions, what else is there for us to determine who's going to get the title?
A bit of quality, a bit of brilliance. That's what this game needs right now. It's all set up for a hero to take center stage.
Not so sure what Reichel is disputing here, but Shoka plays this one back. Ziggy Taninko. While we're at it, just some of the homegrown players, Taninko, Aldeguer, Forosuelo. We're duking it out here with players with oh so much experience overseas. Will Limbo break free? Released it because there was harm. Torre to Guy. But the flag is up here from our assistant referee.
Gotta throw in Noy Filonco in there. Troy Limbo. Dabao. A lot of quality homegrown players here. Being involved in matches like these is what ups your game. And what develops your character, what readies you for higher levels of competition. And ultimately, this is what it's about.
4 players continue to warm up in the area of Manila Digger. While you have Kurt Dizon, who is slowly making his way back to his team's bench. There's a bit of the head tennis. Tabao got it to limbo. Just when he thought the release valve was good. But it is stopped by Taguig's defense.
It's a crucial challenge on that opposite side because Hiraishi is limping here on the near side, which means Mahmoud Ali needs to enter the fray.
This is Ali, a natural defender. He's Filipino-Egyptian. He's been in the Philippines for quite some time. Once a youth national team player for the Philippines. There is also a change here. Both sides making changes to their respective backlines. This is Janmar Barcenelia. He's coming in for Ralphie Tabao. Tabao with the intention of exiting the pitch right by the 4th official. But you see one Taguig's players. I keep mentioning his name. Patrick Reichelt. He has his fingerprints all over this game. In and out of the contest. Tells Tabao, get off there on the other side. Alam naman natin, that's a way to save time because one Taguig are chasing this. Digger keen on holding on at the least because we have less than 2 minutes remaining until stoppage time. We're expecting a lot of minutes later on.
Yeah, we are expecting about 7, at least from my count.
Haber versus Juf. 2 towers going at it. Haber a bit of the shove. Keeps possession with them. He is a Canadian or a former Canadian international.
And the sense of urgency that they need here, one Taguig.
Here's a throw in, taken relatively long. Shraki. Torre just climbing a ladder. Goldson. Sato. He'll try to zigzag through. Reichelt appears to get hit in the head. It's still with Taguig though.
Patrick Reichelt looks busted up. It looked like it was a solid hit to the face.
He is bleeding. He's not good. He's trying to exit the pitch again because time is not on their side.
It looked like a strong challenge. There's definitely contact. Jonathan Pelayo. He's got a decision to make. Let's have a look at it here. Ball sent to the box. We're going to get 9 minutes of added time. Ito makikita natin. Shockey going down, no whistle. The ball's going to enter. Oof. Arm was out. It looked like from Modu Juf. But did he swing it?
Or was it inadvertent? Reichelt's back on his feet. Is he going to attempt to continue with his condition like that?
I think he will. It's a bloody nose. It's not going to stop him from being able to perform. Let's have another look at it here. The ball enters. Arm is out. Oof. Sakit yun. It's borderline. He didn't quite swing the arm. It's just about in the defensive position needed. course, you want to protect your body when you're going up into the air. You're going to raise your arms into a kind of frame. But Reichelt went in to really attack the ball as well.
His nose, I believe, is continuing to bleed. But he did put on a spare jersey because there was blood on it, on the initial jersey that he used. Kudos to Coach Bass also. With his sign of sportsmanship, but that one wouldn't have count. The action continues. Filonco on the ground from a potential, from what we saw as a Pete Forosuelo hit. There's a yellow also issued to Matthew Custodio, who's on the bench. Montague still 10v11. Incidents left and right, everywhere.
Filonco shaking off his man. He pulled the trigger even though the whistle had gone. And when he was pushed there by Forosuelo, he goes down touching his face. It's embarrassing.
I've run out of words. One-third into the 9 minutes of stoppage time here. If this scoreline sticks again, the Diggers will be your Philippines Football League 25-26 champions.
They need to sort out Patrick Reichelt quickly. Losing crucial seconds here. Down a man.
It's win or bust for Taguig to seal the trophy. Digger, you could settle for a win. That's because of the positions in the standings again. Nishoka. Straight at the keeper. Still 10v11 here. That number favors Manila. Will get it up cautiously. Forosuelo. Reichelt now back on the pitch. What will Daisuke Sato do? You have Shiraki shifting to the center. He'll try to bypass that midfield. Here's Haber backing down his man. Cleared off. Baji. Abucarturi. Flag down here. Guy got to break free from Hum. Filonco. Skies this one though. Meriton Pelayo says it's a corner. It came off of a defender.
Corner kick or a foul. I think Noy Filonco took contact on the release. Let's have a look here. He pulls the trigger, and then he's cleaned out by Casimiro Marquez. I think he's drawn the whistle. Or they're saying it took a deflection off of the Brazilian.
That ball now on the corner kick spot. Now you wonder, will Manila Digger waste the time away? It's Taguig chasing the game. That's exactly what they do. But they end up conceding a Chupic goal kick. One thing's for sure. It'll be exciting to see these teams playing the overseas level as they will be nominated. But again, there's a big difference if you're the champion here, not just because of the trophy, the extra slots to play abroad. It continues to be one hand on the trophy for Digger. That second hand creeping in to secure that hardware firmly. Less than 90 seconds away. Babukar Toure still on the ground.
TAGUIG not helping themselves. Giving away cheap fouls here. Stopping the play further.
Seems like both teams made it difficult for themselves also in this entire game. It just so happens that TAGUIG, or Manila Digger rather, were able to help themselves just a bit more. Hence it's a draw. Will Shraki meet this? Ran into two. Wins the foul. Do you say this is a lifeline for TAGUIG? It's a free kick, but from the midfield. Manila Digger absorbing the pressure. Can they continue to take this beating if you are Manila Digger's defense? Hartman floated it. Haber. Sato. They're trying to stretch the defense. Daisuke whips it in once more. Off the boot of Baji. Only half cleared. Goes as far as Reichelt. Sato was stripped after releasing. Haber. Goldison. Will he pull the trigger? Stopped by the defense. Guy with the clearance. Jupic as expected. Going up as that sweeper keeper. There's that moment of brilliance for Hartman. Will it pave way to something? Or will NG and his defense hold on? Halm. Haber. And it's a corner that's confirmed. Coach Bass telling his crew to stay calm. I believe they have a potential sub waiting in the wings with Yuga Watanabe. Corner taken quickly. Jupic is also up. It's unsuccessful. And there you go. The crowning moment of Manila Digger. We're 2025-26 Philippines Football League champions. Reichelt and Guy going at it. Ali trying to pacify things. That's also the case with Su Diao.
Manila Digger have done it. They needed a draw, and they got what they needed.
I believe there was a punch thrown also here. Totally unnecessary.
This needs to be sorted out quickly.
This is a far cry from what the sport is all about. But we got to hear the full-time whistle already.
Pa Usman Guy soiling what otherwise has been a fantastic victory for Manila Digger. They've done what they've needed to get a historic championship in the Philippines Football League. They missed out by a single point last year. They've come back with a vengeance, achieving what they sought to achieve from the get-go.
Talk about the redemption arc for Manila Digger though. Let's brush everything aside. 2 bridesmaid finishes. But they are your Philippines Football League champions. The draw is enough again. There you go. I'm not so sure how to describe this game. Words not enough. Plenty of action away from the game itself. And I'm not talking about the lightning delay.
It was cagey. It was eventful. That's for sure. It was emotional. But ultimately, the better team won. Manila Digger had the more chances, had the opportunities to seal the deal on several occasions. They were the team that was most consistent throughout the season, over the course of the 9 months, and almost unraveled with Isaac Agemang's equalizer. And TAGUIG pushed, and they pushed, and they gave it their best shot. But ultimately, Manila Digger are the champions. They are the best in the Philippines.
As we wait the awarding ceremony.
This is the 6th draw of Manila Digger in this season.
Philippines Football League season.
They end with 18 wins to go with the 6 draws and 1 loss. That's good for 60 points. TAGUIG though, with 18 wins to go with 4 draws and 3 losses. Good for only 58 points. That is how we determined the champion here in this edition of the Philippines Football League. We have the highlights here of plenty of listless attacks. Juf made that goal count. Agemang made his goal count also to start the second half.
That was the opportunity that almost sealed the deal. Guy just firing it wide. I must say, what a test for both teams. So emotional. It needed everything from both sides to make this kind of a spectacle. Fair play to TAGUIG. They pushed. And they made it difficult for Manila Digger. It wasn't straightforward by any stretch of the imagination all the way into the last kick. Up to this last corner, there was an opportunity. Halm getting it goalwards. But Manila Digger, they stuck in. And they believed all the way until the very end. Here we see the statistics. An improvement from TAGUIG in that second half, but not enough against a potent Manila Digger side.
It ends as a draw, of course, but Manila Digger also showing us that they were able to get the best of TAGUIG with the first 2 round matchups, beating them by a margin of 3 goals on both occasions. But with the high stakes here, with that buffer, they were able to settle for a draw. Championship shirts being given out here for the Diggers.
Kenji Nishioka in tears. What a season he's had. A real breakout season for Manila Digger. Saw there OJ Clarino, a veteran of this league, getting his hands on some silverware. Kenji Nishioka endured the heartbreak from last year, carried that for an entire off season, and came back with a vengeance. Manila Digger, your champions.
It looks like team staff Feifei, who is also being carried in their celebrations. Winning the title. A goal of Kenji Nishioka. And he gets to fulfill his dream later on of fulfilling a call-up to the national team. Continue to stay with us. We have our awarding ceremony also in a bit. Noy Filonco with the trophy. What a journey for him also in this team. Through the ups and the downs. Usman guy, they threw everything at them. They were able to weather the storm. But TAGUIG continue to hold their head high in this game, putting in an effort that we will never forget. As a consolation, TAGUIG will be nominated to play in the qualifying playoff of the AFC Challenge League, the finest in this Philippines Football League season. Giving a matchup here for the ages. Yun naman ba Tafem bringing out the champagne. He's gonna pop it in a bit. Fudiao, Boss Schwasha. You also see Coach Bass. Let's see if we could also get a picture of Coach Kim in a bit. We also had a lightning delay earlier. Safety is always paramount. And that was made priority, of course, with the stoppage of the game earlier. But in the perspective of a high-level athlete, that definitely knocks the momentum out of them. You also love how Digger's team staff, to add to their coaches, are celebrating this. They've been putting in the work. The extra games that they had to play on the international level. And remember, other than getting to play in the Champions League 2 qualifying playoff next year, Digger will be nominated to play in the Shopee Cup. They'll also have to go through that qualifying playoff phase. You had Cebu FC fly the flag of the Philippines in the recent Shopee Cup. It's going to be Manila Digger with that opportunity. And look at your medals. Yes, there's the consolation we mentioned for TAGUIG. But with the true competitors that their players are, you understand what they are going through. There's your trophy, of course. Quite a ceremony that we got to witness earlier. Joven Bidik, who announced his retirement, and he did say that this would be his last game, symbolically placed the trophy right at the half line before the kickoff for the pre-match walk-in of this game. Quite fitting to have a PFL legend with that symbol earlier. We are going to have our interview also with our man of the match in a bit. Do stay with us again. This is Clara Manzano and Jeng Hamlang bringing you the commentary for this game. We also had Diego Cordero with us to give us some interviews during the lightning delay. There's C-Dog Schaffner also. He's with Yuga Watanabe. Justin Bass was subbed at the half after taking quite a hit. You also see Modu Mane, who was on the pitch with his teammates. Mane was not able to play this game and the previous one because he had to serve a 2-game suspension after picking up a straight red versus Stallion Laguna. And it ends once more. Manila Digger, their Philippines Football League 25-26 champions after bagging a 1-1 draw versus second place Manila Digger.
Modu Juf, our man of the match. The new Philippines Football League champions, Manila Digger. How does that sound to you?
Thank God for first of all, we will thank God for winning the title this year. Last year we came, We fought, but at the last end, you know, we lose 1 point difference. So this year, God gave it to us. We're gonna give thanks to God always, you know.
How sweet does it feel having gone through the disappointment from last season to be here now as the champions of the PFL?
It's just simple. We keep believing because, you know, God always do what is best, you know. So last year we lose, you know. So this year we came, you know, fought for the up to now, you know. God give us what we have been waiting for, you know. Thank God, you know.
It was a tense game today, a very emotional match with a lot of flashpoints. Tell us your mindset throughout the entire experience, where it felt like you were laughing a lot on the pitch when there was a lot of emotions out there. What was going through your mind?
Because it's simple. We have to always stay focused because that's what they want. They want to distract us so that we can get angry. They can get what they want. So we keep on telling each other, you know, we have to relax, you know, focus on the game, you know. We know we're going to do it. So.
Odu, you were wearing the captain's armband to start the match. Your goal ensured that you guys got at least a point and sealed the title. How do you feel to have been such a key contributor to sealing the title today?
Thank God, because that's what is our job, you know. We have to always fight, you know, always believe in, you know. It's not easy though. It's not easy because we expect this. It's gonna be a lot of tense, a lot of fighting. We expect it, so we get prepared both physically, mentally, everything. We prepare everything. And first of all, I will dedicate this man of the mic to my wife up there, you know. I love you so much, bye. I love you.
Odu, last question. What is the key to this title winning campaign for Manila Digger? How did you guys manage to go through the 9 months on top of the rest?
Always keep believing. God always did what is the best. So we keep believing God, you know. We know that He will provide for us. At the end, we know that it will be hard, but we keep believe that we're going to be the champions this season, you know. We have that feeling in us. We don't have no pressure because we have two options. Win or draw, we will be champion. So no need to win a haste to do some stuff. When they fight, we come. We fight with them, we come. So thank God, you know.
Manila Digger has one of the fastest growing fan bases here in the PFL. Do you have a message to all of your supporters?
Yeah, let them keep coming, supporting us, you know. We need them now because we are preparing for more challenges, you know. So we need them now to support us, to be behind our back, you know. We need their support always, and we're going to thank them always. We really appreciate their support, you know.
Juve, congratulations.
Thanks so much, bro. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
There you go. Modu Juve, your man of the match in this title decider. The opening goal. That proved to be enough because Manila Digger were able to settle for a draw. With the way they've been able to stay superior in the standings. Do continue to stay with us as we have the highlights. We're going to have our awarding ceremony also in a bit. We have PFF President John Gutierrez present also for the ceremony. Members of the LGPI, a group in charge of the Philippines Football League. Mr. Paul Tolentino of KFC Iloilo. Coach Ernie Nieras. Mr. Philbert Alquiros of Stallion Laguna. Mr. Or Tassi. Just some of the people behind the successful edition of the Philippines Football League.
To the awarding ceremony of the Philippines Football League 2025 to 2026 season. Before we proceed to the awarding ceremonies, we would like to call up to the stage the following. Mr. John Anthony Gutierrez, President of the Philippine Football Federation. Mr. Paul Tolentino, President of Liga Group Pilipinas Incorporated. And our esteemed board members of the Liga Group Pilipinas Incorporated, led by Mr. Ernest Nieras, Mr. Philbert Alquiros, Mr. Ugur Tashi, and Mr. Mark Villon. And we would also like to call Sports Tribe Chief Executive Officer Wang Yo-Jin to the stage. Before we crown crown the champions of this season, we now begin the presentation of the individual awards. Our first individual award for tonight is the Best Goalkeeper Award. The Best Goalkeeper Award will be given by Sports Tribe CEO Wang Hyo-jin. This season's best goalkeeper recorded the most clean sheets and delivered exceptional saves throughout the competition. The award goes to Milos Čupić from TAGUIG FC.
A solid season for Milos Čupić, the Serbian goalkeeper, ending this campaign with a consolation.
To receive the Best Goalkeeper Award.
Is your best goalkeeper. Definitely a player who was difficult to score on.
Let's go to the middle and take some
And with
pictures.
clean sheets being the basis, Čupić actually sealed this award with a handful of games to spare because of the math.
Congratulations, the best goalkeeper of the PFL.
That's how elite Čupić was in this season. And you also have to credit the defense of TAGUIG. As you see Čupić dedicate this.
Top Goal Scorer Award. It will be awarded by our Philippine Football Federation President, John Anthony Gutierrez. The top goal scorer of this tournament recorded a total of 32 goals this season. He is from Manila Digger FC, number 15, Pa Usman Guy.
Not just a champion, but also your Golden Boot winner, your best goal scorer. And for the second consecutive season, a player from Manila Digger is given that crown. Pa Usman Guy joins the likes of Sekou Cisse, who won the trophy last season.
You can go to
And
the middle.
Guy just built a healthy lead en route to sealing this award. All love here between Guy and
All right,
Čupić.
we'll proceed
Also after
to the most
that
important
tough
award of this
collision.
season, the Most Valuable Player Award, to be awarded by Liga Group Pilipinas Incorporated President, Mr. Paul Tolentino. The most prestigious individual recognition of this tournament, the Most Valuable Player Award, is awarded for exceptional overall performance, leadership, and impact on the game. The MVP of the Philippines Football League 2025 to 2026 season, from Manila Digger FC, Modu Mane.
Modu Mane, the most valuable player for a reason. And the team dedicated his performance to him because he was unable to suit up due to suspension. But Mane just put on a clinic, displaying
Also, please receive
how
your
attacking
trophy and have
midfielders
a follow-up.
just control and influence the game. We have LGPI President Mr. Paul Tolentino of Kaya FC Iloilo awarding the trophy to Modu Mane, who is from Gambia.
For a group picture.
There you go, your awardees. Modu Mane, the most valuable player.
Awardees.
Milos Čupić, the best goalkeeper. Pa Usman Guy, your best goal scorer in this edition of the Philippines Football League 25-26 season. And stay with us because we will crown Manila Digger officially in a bit. But it's been quite an enjoyable 9 months with this season. 135 games.
And now,
That's how we got to determine
it's time to
the
call
champion.
on the champions of the Philippines Football League 2025 to 2026 season. There you go. Again, the champions of the Philippines Football League 2025 to 2026 season, Manila Digger FC. Let's call out the players one by one, beginning with number 1, Michael Asong. Number 16, Omar NG. Number 28, Nelson Gasip. Number 2, Jordan Jarvis. Number 3, Shulsha. Number 4, Asan Baji. Number 5, Dilani Wamba Tafem. Number 6, Daniel Ashley. Number 8, Elias Ugwu. Number 9, Yuga Watanabe. Number 10, Saiko Sise. Number 11, Babukar Toure. Number 12, Motu Mane. Number 14, Kenji Nishioka. Number 15, Pa Usman Guy. Number 19, Johnmar Marsanilla. Number 20, Modu Juf. Number 21, JB Borlongan. Number 22, Ziggy Taninko. Number 23, David Sambu. Number 27, OJ Clarino. Number 29, Noy Felonco. Number 30, Ralphie Davao. Number 31, Christian Schaffner. Number 70, Justin Baas. Number 77, Sue Diao. Number 98, Troy Limbo. And number 99, Mustafa Chalo. The head coach of Manila Digger FC is Mr. Kim Versales. We also invite the other team officials of Manila Digger FC to receive your medal in front. The medals are already awarded at this point, so we would like to call it again. Philippine Football Federation President, Mr. John Anthony Gutierrez, to award the Philippines Football League 2025 to 2026 season championship trophy to the team captain of Manila Digger FC. Again, Mr. Gutierrez will give the trophy to the team captain of the champion team. Ladies and gentlemen, after 135 matches, here is your champions of the Philippines Football League 2025 to 2026 season, your Manila Digger FC.
There you go. Manila Digger, your champions. 135 games played. The longest season in the Philippines Football League. All the hard work paying off right here. A special moment for Philippine football, Jing.
Incredible. Fantastic to see a thriving Philippines Football League once more. And Manila Digger, well-deserved winners of a grueling campaign. Above it all, above all the adversity, they've stood tall. And now they are at the pinnacle of Philippine football. And we hope next year is going to be another 9 months filled with action. We hope this is the start of something new, a new chapter for club football in the country.
A redemption arc for the Diggers again, because they finished second twice. And this was the moment where Joven Bedic handed off the trophy. Because Kaya FC, with that tag as defending champions, ends now. It gets turned over to Manila Digger. But we have the highlights here. Do we say this game had everything?
Just about. Even stuff we didn't expect, like a 40-minute lightning delay. But one Taguig were in the hunt all throughout. And you have to give credit to them. They pushed really hard to try to get that victory. But Manila Digger, para sa kanila talaga this year, they really believed that this was their year. And to be fair to them, they've been the outstanding team of the Philippines.
Not just the best, obviously, in the standings, but also the best goal difference. That just showed the firepower that they brought on. That was the moment where one Taguig got a lifeline. No more goals after this again. It ended as a stalemate, enough for the team in yellow and black to seal the title.
And this is a young team, claro. The sky's the limit for them. And you wonder how they will continue to improve this team. And this club, Manila Digger, could this be the start of a new dynasty in the Philippines Football League? Congratulations to Manila Digger.
Kaya FC Iloilo did fly the flag of the PFL for 3 seasons. New champions, new chapter here with the Diggers. Your individual awardees also: Milos Chupic of one Taguig, the best goalkeeper; Modu Mani, the MVP. Also, Pawos Mangay as the top scorer. A fantastic moment here, and the crowd definitely came. They stayed despite of the lightning delay. All for the love of the game.
What a moment for Noy Filonco, captain of the champions of the Philippines. What a moment.
That does it for this 25-26 Philippines Football League season. We want to say a big thank you in behalf of our team, led by producer Jason Conan and director Glenn Charles Lopez. And in behalf of the entire crew, cameramen, graphic staff, technical crew. And this is Clara Manzano alongside Jing Hamlang, and we are signing off from the Philippines Football League 25-26 season. And yeah, Manila Digger as your champions. It's not goodbye, but it's see you later.
Bitaw
pakinggan. Pangalan mo kanilang tinitilian. Diretso lang ang tingin, di ka nila kayang ibagin. Matanong man o magpagin, di tayo uuwing sa muli. Diretso lang ang tingin, di ka nila kayang ibagin. Matanong man o magpagin, di tayo uuwing sa muli. Atin ang laban ito. Atin ang laban ito. Atin ang laban ito. Atin ang laban ito.
Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah. Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it up. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Don't look at the past, no, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last, make it last till the break of day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain. There you go, drink it up, all this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.